Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, turn the post notification bell on so each time I upload a video like this, you get it right there on your phone. All right. So this live, as you can see, we're going to be talking about knowing thyself, knowing who you are. Knowing who you are is the most important asset of your life. Okay. Because if you don't know who you are, there is certain confusion going to come with your life. If you don't know who you are, you don't know where you're trying to go to. You don't know what you're trying to reach. You may not know your purpose because you don't know who you are. So knowing who you are is one of the most important things. And in a time like this, when this world is full of so much this destructive thing, right? Everything that is there to affect you mentally, emotionally, and to stop you from getting forward, from knowing exactly what you were put here to do. Okay? There are certain things that you have to accomplish, and there are certain steps that you have to go through to know who you are. Because sometimes the person who you become, that's not the person who you actually is. Okay? But because of false propaganda, because of false narrative, because of these TV that we've been watching, all these stuff that are trying to get in, that is trying to get into our head and trying to make us be something that we are not. It is complicated sometimes, especially if you are a young kid trying to find your way out, trying to figure out who you are. Sometimes it's just not easy. Okay, so we have to find out first who we are. We have to know ourselves, because if we can know ourselves, there's not a lot that we can accomplish. All right. Most likely, if you ask anyone on the street or anyone on the road, they will tell you that yeah, they're a man or they're a woman. They want to get rich. They want to own their own business. They want to have their own. They want to have their own time limit that they get up, that they do certain things without being manipulated by others, right? So it's it's not knowing yourself, knowing those stuff. Okay? So sometimes we have to go through these steps. We have to go through this process to exactly know who we are or what we want in life. Okay? Because knowing yourself is one of the most important things. That is the most important asset in our life. Once you get to know who you are, then you know what you can do. Because if you don't know who you are, you don't have the potential to do anything except what they tell you to do. And that's exactly what most of us doing in this time, in this universe, right? We we tend to do things of what they already have in. What I would say is these things that we are doing, it's already chosen by someone else, and we think we are the one who would make these decisions. Okay? When we get up in the morning, go to work, come back home, all right, go get your kids, you know, and when we go to the grocery store and we buy these things, and we none of these things we choose to do. Okay? It's already decided by someone else for us. And in the meanwhile, we think we are the one who made these decisions, because we get up and we say, okay, I'm going to the grocery store. Okay, when you go to the grocery store and you see this detergent, because you see there's a TV commercial that said this one is better than this one. You get the one that the TV says better. That's to show you that we are not living off our own mind. Okay, everything that we do, most things that we do already prep and prepare for us to make decision on. Okay, and we think we are the one who made those decisions. If when we go to Walmart, you have a self checkout line, and you have a line that you could go to a cashier. And usually we trying to get out quick, especially if you don't have a lot of stuff. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go to the self checkout line, because we're trying to get out quick. So we thinking we make those choice on our own. We doesn't make those choice on our own. Those choices was already made for us. Okay, they already prepare these things for us. Either you go to the self checkout line or you go to a cashier. Everything was already prepped for us to follow. Okay, so don't get it complicated when you make your own decision. When you thinking you make your own decision, that's not how you make your own decision. Okay, for example, if someone bring you two cars, okay, someone bring you a BMW, someone bring you a Mercedes Benz, and tell you to pick which one you need, and you pick anyone you need. You didn't make that decision because those two was already made by someone that you doesn't know about. That's the idea for what I'm trying to let you know. So those two cars was already picked by someone, and then when you go there, you think you the one who made that decision, and that's how they set us up, and that's how we lose ourselves, and that's how we thinking we living all our life, and we making our own decision when we don't, when we definitely not making our own decision. Okay, we are actually just following the process, following the steps, and go along with life and thinking that we are making our own decision. We actually, those things complicate who you are, complicate what you become, and what you should be doing. Most of us, we don't know our life purpose. Okay, we just thinking everything that we are doing now is normal life, is normal activity. We get up, we eat breakfast. Even our breakfast that we eat decided by someone. Okay, who decided that sausage, bologna, and and cereal, these things, eggs. Who decided that those things are for breakfast? Okay, these things are not even for breakfast. These things are not. These things shouldn't even be consuming together. But because, like I say, we just go along with everything they throw at us, we have no idea that these things are what we're doing is not of our own mindset. It's not of our own thinking because it was already prepped and put there for us so we could think we make that decision on our own. Okay? When you make a decision on your own, there is nothing there. And you say, okay, I need this. If you have a menu, if you go to a place and you have a menu and you order something from the menu, that's not really your decision. That's already planned and prepped for you. You just go by what they have, which means the person who made that menu is the one who made that decision for you. So for us to know ourselves, we have to start making our own decision. I know it may seem complicated, but it actually makes sense. We have to know ourselves, we have to know who we are. Anytime you get to know yourself, or anytime you get into that process of knowing yourself, first thing they're gonna say, this guy's getting crazy. This woman is getting crazy. Okay? When you start thinking other than what they are thinking, they're gonna say you need evaluation, something is wrong with you. Because you're not going with the norm. When you started thinking outside of this box, when you started to get to know yourself, when you started to get into spirituality and you started to know who you are, and you started to research, your ancestors, your deity, your goddesses, when you start to research your laws and these people, and you start to get to understand a better perspective of life, they say something is wrong with you because you're not talking about Jesus like everybody else. Okay? Because you're not talking about Muslim or Jewish, or because you're not doing all these things what everyone else is doing, they say something is wrong with you. Because what happened is they are following footsteps of someone else, which have nothing to do with them. Okay? When you started to do your own research, when you started to get into your own self, When you start connecting with your own self spirituality, and you started to doing things that your family not doing, everybody's saying you crazy. Everybody trying to pull themselves away from you. That's when you know you started to know yourself. That's when you know you started to know who you are. Okay? Not you don't follow every step that people do. If the government tell you to do this, it doesn't mean that is right. You have to have your own ideas. You have to have your own plan. You have to stand up for something, else you will fall for anything. And when you know yourself, when you know who you are, there are certain steps in life there are certain decisions that you're going to make, and it might seems not right for the regular people that are around you, including your family, but you have to stand up for what you know. When you know yourself, there are certain decisions that you make on your own. When you make a mistake in life, there's nothing wrong with making mistakes, because if you don't make mistake, you does not get the chance to learn. A lot of people they're scared of making mistake. They want to do everything perfectly. They don't want anyone to laugh at them. When you make mistake, it's better for you sometimes, because you made that mistake. You know what you did wrong, and it's easier for you to go and correct it. You don't want to be someone who follow everything that a government tell you to do. You don't want to be someone who follow everything which your friend tell you to do. When you make your mistake, you want to just hold your composure, relax, think it through, see where you go wrong, and correct it. That's how life is. That's how knowing yourself is. That's how billion years, in that's how million years, billion years, that's how people become rich, wealthy. They make their own decision. Okay? They made their own mistake and they learn from it. When you make a mistake, it should be a plus in your life. It shouldn't be something that you're scared of. It should be a plus because you make a mistake and now you know what you did wrong. You are the only one who know what you did wrong. So it's better for you to learn from it and move on. Now you're getting to know yourself. A lot of us are afraid of embarrassment, insult, disgrace. And if we don't go through those stuff, you actually not advancing in your life. Okay? We have to be mentally strong. Okay? Sometimes we have to be physically strong too, but mentally strong is even more important than physically strong. Because back in the days, you need to be physically strong to to get through certain process. Now, because we have all these technology, you have to be psychologically strong. Okay, you have to be mentally strong. You have to be all of the above right now to get along. But knowing yourself, knowing who you are, is the key to success in anything that you want to achieve in life. Anything whatsoever. If you want to know first, if you don't know yourself, how can you know anything else? You go to school and they teach you all these subjects. You graduate with flying colors. You have all these subjects. You have all these. You go to nursing school. All these things that you think you know has been prepped for you to learn. And not because it is prepped for you to learn, which means everything there is facts. Because that is already what someone already researched and put there for you. Okay? So we have to know what we actually trying to consume in our daily activity. Everything that we consume in our life is affecting us in some way or another. The music you listen to, okay? The friends that you're around, the job, the kind of job that you work, okay? The kind of business that you operate. If you're a business owner, the type of business that you own, your day-to-day life activity. These energy affect who you are. If you don't take the time out to meditate, okay, if you don't take the time out to sit by yourself and stop all these noise that are around you, you will never get to know who you are, because there is an inner spirit that's speaking to you every time, but because you don't have time to listen, okay, you won't know who you are. You don't know where to get to. You don't know what step to take. You just do the regular thing that everyone else doing, is follow. Oh well, everyone else get up in the morning, they go to work. What I'm sitting home for? Okay. Well, everybody work for a paycheck. Why I'm not working? Well, everybody do this, everybody do that. That don't mean that's what you are here for. Because we are not here for the same purpose. We are not here to just get up and go to work for on a 9 to 5 and make our money. There is other gift that we have. We have to use it. We have to know. And if we don't even know ourselves, how are we going to find out these stuff? You have to know who you are, people. Until you know who you are, you will never live up to your full potential in life. Okay? So I could go on. I could go on and on. All right, speaking about this. So we have to get it together. So this was our Sunday live. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, turn the post notification bell on. Okay. If you like this video, drop a comment. Like this video, share, comment, subscribe. All right, to Shavor and Ras TV. And I'll see you in the next video.